I'm a bread maker. 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 We got that rap van rolling on them dubs. You can catch us later while we ballin' in the club. We were sold a fraud. We was given a copper coin. We was shammed. But back after all these messages. Shots me in the club, spinning them ends, smelling like ginger man oil in my Benz. Drop top down and I'm rolling two friends. Bread making everywhere, starting new trends. Look at baby girl, she looks so good. She said she want a hustler, represent the hood. Knots in my pocket make peace say ugh. You can't touch me even if you dream that you could. I'm so fresh, yes I'm fly. I got that money, yeah man, I'm the guy. Shutting me down, no, use a lie. Ginger man, top bread maker in the shine. We got the rap band rolling on them dubs. You can catch us later while we ballin' in the club. Yeah, we them bread makers, we them bread makers, we them bread makers. We them bread makers. Hey, look, check it out, y'all. Check it out, y'all. So we watched and called the Commissioner's Cup game with Caitlin Clark and Nafisha Kaya. And what we did see is that when the game began, there was a pure dominance that was shown in the first quarter that the Minnesota Lynx was the more dominant team. But the second quarter came. And the fix was in because Kathy Engelberg gave that look and said that I said I want this to be the American team for whatever reason that I choose it to be. And I want this to be done. And you gonna let them win this night, and this night on. You got to give Caitlin some type of championship hat to make her feel good about being in the WNBA and knowing what it feels like to win anything. Allegedly. Allegedly, she said that. I'm just saying, we did see how it go for what she is known for, muddying up the waters, playing her hard and physical, and also taking her spots in charge of the floor when she got the ball. But we also seen Aaliyah Boston get more physical. And it kind of looked like a Connecticut team. Chelsea Mitchell is Chelsea Mitchell. Shout out to Chelsea Mitchell. She is a phenomenal player, a phenomenal shooter. I like Chelsea Mitchell. I love Aaliyah Boston. She's a Gamecock. So I want her to be successful on record. Aaliyah Boston leads the charge and is the foremost captain and leader / player on the game, on the Fever. She is the leader, but she succumbs to the political aspects of letting Miss Daisy,
Caitlin Clark fans and people and herself to subside her leadership skills and her skills that she is the most awesome person uh, that can play on the Fever uh, and score, but she succumbs to the politics that is played on this team. Shout out and congratulations to the Indiana Fever for winning the Commissioner's Cup without Caitlin Clark. Because if she was on that court, she was going to at least turn that ball over 8 times. And we know what the Minnesota Lynx does with turnovers, especially if they apple turnovers with a little sugar on top. You know how as big guys, we like that type of shit. You know, it is what it is. Caitlin Clark, last 3 games was 1 out of 23 at the 3-point line. Caitlin Clark, last 3 games was 25 turnovers. Angel Reese have nothing to do with the Commissioner's Cup, but they're going to throw her name in it. You're going to see people saying, oh, yeah, is Caitlin got a championship too? Because they was in the chat inside of the Players Club that me and Keisha, you know what I'm saying, host and co-host. That's our channel. And, you know, we saw some of the Glazers that's in there, you know what I mean, in the chat, you know what I'm saying, oh, yeah, Caitlin got a ring. We were like, nah, you don't get a ring for that. You probably get a trophy or a medal for the Commissioner's Cup. They don't give rings for a Commissioner Cup. They give you a trophy. But, you know, it was the closest thing that they can say that Caitlin had been a part of something that won the first time. We've seen her win before in the NCAA, the sectional champions, to go to the Big 8 and then the Final 4. You know what I'm saying? So she won before. It's not that she just never won big. She never won a championship. She might have won a ship, but she ain't win a championship. Okay. But seriously, though, Kathy Engelberg, you sham America with this girl. And you refuse to get up off of it. You refuse that you have sold us a copper coin. Straight up, you refuse to say that you sold America false information. Okay, Kathy. Okay, Kathy. We don't want what you selling us. We don't want it. You trying to make us take on something that we don't want. We don't want phony fugazi shit. Kathy, we want it to be organic. We do want, if Caitlin wins, she wins. That's good. But if you are not, man, you're making it look like a WWE because all of a sudden, after the Lynx was tearing their ass up, all of a sudden they didn't score for 8 minutes. That got to be a record. They didn't score for 8 minutes in a game, a second quarter when everybody's still fresh. Never seen that before. That's in the history books. It gotta be. Everybody forgot how to shoot. And of course, the lineup changed. You know, Cheryl Reeves, you know, I know that you claim that you didn't like Caitlin, but I know you know the bigger picture of it all. So you was like, well, the big picture of it all, let them do it, because I know Kathy then called and made sure that we got to lose. So I'm not gonna put my big girls in. I'm not gonna put them in. They was actually, you know what I mean, causing havoc out here. And I'm gonna put Nafisha Collier back in against, you know, Aaliyah Boston and Howard, pretty much by herself. What a fraud. What a fraud. And it means nothing if you don't win it all. The Aces won the Commissioner's Cup and won it all. The true MVP, the real MVP that scored 1,000 points in a season. That MVP. So I would say that, Kathy, we're not accepting your offer to make the Indiana Fever the American team. Nope, not going to do it. Could have said New York. Could have said Las Vegas. Could have said Los Angeles. Could have said any other place. Minnesota. They got the most banners, but you didn't. Could have been Seattle, but you choose a sham type of finagle sale that you want us to put down our throats and accept. No, we're not going to do it as fans. We're not going to do it as supporters of this game and keeping it honest. What we looked at was a 74-59 win. The Fever, Indiana Fever, comes out with the win against the Minnesota Lynx, and Caitlin Clark is able to run around, pour champagne, laugh and have fun. You guys got to see it. I can't make this up, man. Go on Twitter X. I mean, don't look like she hurt. Don't look like she limping or nothing like that to me. She actually was running, throwing champagne. She had her basketball shorts on, so she thought that maybe they'd change the man for her to play. She had her uniform up underneath her jogging suit. But we can call it the girl not hurt. You hiding her, Kathy. And it's all right. It's a good business move. It's fine. The Fevers had them because she was doing god awful. Nike had to put in a call like, goddamn, no. Our brand is looking bad with this motherfucker doing this in the last 3 games. Lord Jesus, sit her down. Say her tooth hurt. Say she got a nasal infection. Say her eyes watering coming out. Say her knees or her leg or hamstring or, you know what I mean, whatever. She got a growing tear. I don't know what to tell you. Say she got something. Get her out of here because she's stinking up the place. But good job, Kathy. Good job. You're going to get the ching-ching. That's what counts. The honesty of the game does not count. And you gave Caitlin Clark fans exactly what they wanted. Even if she didn't play, even if she didn't participate, even if she's stinking up the place. And then Kathy, you put her inside of the All-Star game with only 8 games played in the whole season for Caitlin. And she stunk up 4 of the 4 that she did play. She played well, 3 of almost 4 of the 8 games, but the last 4 she stunk and played horrible. Turned the ball over, shooting 1 for 23, turning the ball over 25 times, 26 times in 4 games. So if you want to add the 4th game, it was even more. It was even worse. You want us to buy that this girl's supposed to be in the All-Star game, and she only played 8 games, and then you guys also want us to swallow that she's supposed to be talked about in an MVP game. This is the biggest sham ever. And I want everybody to be aware that Caitlin Clark played 8 games, stunk up 4, did okay in the first 3 games, did good. The 4th game, okay. And the rest of the 4 stunk the place up. Caitlin Clark, do not deserve to be an MVP. Do not deserve to go to the WNBA All-Star game and also be a damn captain. See, one thing I don't believe in, see, people, fans of nothing, see, they're really not fans of the game. They're fans of the lily white girl that they saw a young black girl call her out, and they still, 2 years later, white America is like, I dare you. I dare you, N-word. I dare you do that to our people. Who do you think you are? You're so ghetto when you're doing this. And Caitlin Clark was doing it all to different opponents, and she did it to Raven Johnson the game before she met Angel. But she's not ghetto. She's not trailer trash. She's not that. She was just being inspired and spunky. We got your narrative, and we see who you are, and you are the race baiters, not us. We just calling you on your shit, and you don't like being called out and being called on your shit that you do. So, of course, you say, who are you? And I'm an idiot, and I can't do this, and you can't. You're going to find all the different things that you want to say about me. But one thing you can't say is that I told a lie. I'm telling the truth. Welcome to the WNBA as you gonna know it now. I'm out of here.